Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fancy Sip Review. Today on the Fancy Sip Review, I'm going to be trying another seasonal limited release Red Bull flavor. This is going to be the 2023 summer edition of Red Bull, and the flavor is going to be a Juneberry flavor. Now, with the name Juneberry coming out as a seasonal summer flavor, you would think, why would Red Bull's marketing and advertising department decide they're going to make the flavor a pun with Juneberry coming out for the summer edition? But I don't know. I've never had a Juneberry before. It might honestly taste pretty decent comparatively to the winter edition. It can't be as bad as that. But knowing nothing about Juneberry, I went to the most reliable source that I know, Wikipedia, to find out what Juneberry may also be known as. Maybe I've had this as something different. According to Wikipedia, Juneberry is also known as Shadbush, Serviceberry, or Juneberry, which is what I'm going to be drinking, Sugar Plum, which sounds like it could be released as a winter flavor using the same ingredient. Instead of calling this the summer Juneberry flavor, have it be the winter Sugar Plum flavor. Finally, this was also known as Chuckly Pear. Why they changed it from Sneedly Pear, I have no clue, but another thing I noticed when looking up what Sugar Plum was, Sugar Plum is not what the Santa Claus thing is that they talk about. I think that's a confectionery that is in the shape of a plum, doesn't taste like plum. So it's everything about the flavor, or the name of the flavor, and all the jokes I could get in. Why don't we find out what is in this drink and to see if it's actually worth the $2.50 that Red Bull charges for a smaller can. So this drink is 250 milliliters. That's like the European thing they go with. 8.4 fluid ounces, so it's a little bit more than half of the size of a normal American energy drink. It's 110 calories, 90 milligrams of sodium, 28 grams of carbohydrates, as well as 26 total sugar with an included 26 added sugar. 100% of your daily niacin, 250% of your daily vitamin B6, vitamin B12, 80% pantothenic acid, 50%. The ingredients of this drink are carbonated water, sugar, glucose, citric acid, taurine, sodium citrate, natural and artificial flavor, caffeine, color, niacinamide, pyridoxine HCI, which is vitamin B6, calcium panthenate, and vitamin B1, or blue 1, not vitamin B1. Blue 1 is the included ingredient that is in this that is not included in the winter edition. So I assume this drink will be a blue drink, but the fact that blue 1 is listed separate from color, I don't really know. This could be any color. This is what the can looks like if you're interested in that. It has the charging bowls, but with a blue background instead of a red one. It says the summer edition on it. There's the Juneberry. Here's the ingredients and the nutrition facts. If you want to correct me in the comments, telling me that I pronounced one of the words wrong, which you probably won't because nobody comments on these videos. Oh, one more thing to note is the unique top of the can. On the opening part, it has the charging bull on it. Never noticed that the first time I drank one of these. So with wasting 4 minutes, let's open up this can and see if this taste is good or better than the winter edition. So one thing of note is this does have a different color comparatively to the winter edition. As stated, that blue one is the different ingredient, although both have color in the drink in terms of ingredients. The smell of this smells a bit grapish. If I were to have to explain what a June berry smells like, it smells kind of just a more fruity version of a grape. At least a artificial grape soda type grape. Obviously, this isn't going to be like a green grape. This is more of a darker grape, but it smells very artificial grape soda-ish. Let's let this sit in the mouth feel and see if this has a lot of carbonation or sweetness that comes through. To describe this taste, it pretty much just tastes like a grape soda, honestly, at least in my initial first sip. The color also makes it look like this is going to be a grape soda flavored beverage. Give this another try. What is interesting with the two Red Bull flavors that I've reviewed on the Fancy Sip review, the drink has a bit of a back end taste that is very syrupy, not sour, but somewhere like sour in the terms of the notes of taste that you're getting. This isn't going to be a very sweet tasting drink. This is going to be, from what I remember as a child first drinking energy drinks, remembering them being a bit more sour somehow, but syrupy. Whereas nowadays, with the energy drinks, you're getting zero sugar, and it mostly just tastes like artificial sugar. A Red Bull having sugar in the flavor or in the ingredients, it does give a more unique flavor profile. I don't think for $2.50 sacrificing half of a can of drink that you're buying is worth it, but there's not many sugar energy drinks on the market, really. You do have your NOS, your Monster, your Full Throttle. Those are all owned by the same company. They're all owned by Monster. With Red Bull, it's pretty much the only competitor in town with the flavored energy drinks. I mean, you used to have competitors for $1, Venom and Rip It, but with prices going up to $1.25, you can go to any dollar store, pretty much pick up a non-selling energy drink. This does have a very pleasant smell to it. The taste of it is pretty good. I'll give one final sip and give my final thoughts. It is interesting. I do want to say it does taste a lot like a grape soda type drink, but it has that little bitter sourness at the end of it that makes it taste completely different. You're not going to be drinking, well, unless you're drinking a sour grape Four Loko, but there's really not much to compare this to other than a sour grape Four Loko. It does have a bit of a syrupy taste. It does taste like a more sour or bitter grape. I don't know what a June berry is, but maybe I'll eat a June berry one day. Maybe I'll compare it to that, and then in a future video, tell you if this tastes like a June berry. So, what will the Fancy Sipper give the June berry flavor? I think it tasted a lot better than the winter seasonal flavor. I think I'm going to give this an 8.2 out of 10. Despite the negatives being obviously the cost of this and having nothing useful other than B vitamins, the sugary taste is good. It's a very drinkable beverage. If you like grape soda, you'll love this. If it's still sold where you are, seeing as this is a summer edition, it probably shouldn't be. Thank you so much for watching this video. Cheers. I've been the Fancy Sipper.